All right, what's up? So I thought I'd show you how to make the ring with the emboss feature. So we know the size 7 ring is 17.35 on the inner diameter, and then I made the outer one a millimeter bigger. Right? So then I extruded it, and when I extruded it, I made it about 4 millimeters thick, because they say that most rings are about 3 to 4 millimeters thick wise. So I didn't, and I think it's about right. When I looked at a tape measure, I liked the thickness of it before. It looked decent. It looked like that's a good size. Anything thinner just looked like something cheap. So 4 millimeters this way looked decent. So once I did that, right, all you have to do now to create the emboss feature is create a plane, right? Whoops, not that one. Offset. We're gonna go through one that's like right there, halfway. Here, oh, wait, let's not do that one. Hold on a second. Which one is the easiest one to do? Okay, so this is our ring, this is the front of it, right? So we should pick the plane that is that one. I mean, we don't, it is honestly it doesn't matter because it's a ring, it'll be the same each way, it doesn't matter. So once you have your plane it has to be halfway. Um, then we go to start 2D sketch on that plane, and that's where you're gonna write your name. Now, so you could see the ring is in the way. So what I like to do is I go to view and change it to wire. It doesn't matter which one it is. I just wireframe with hidden edges so I can see um, things a little clearly. As you can see, let me hide this work plane actually because it's in the way. Okay, so this is the shape of the outer ring right here, right? And then this dotted line, that's the inner part of the ring, right? So I have to make sure that the letters stay within the inner part, those dotted lines. So let me go back to top. All right, so when I go to sketch, I just type it in text. Let me see, I just kind of like do this right now, make it pretty big. And then I'll just put, I think I saw you say it was Y heart A is what I saw. That looks a little better. Um, K, you can also change it from here. You choose different handwriting if you wanted to make it nice and pretty, like choose a handwriting that you feel is really pretty. Um, okay, and there it is. Oh, I don't know why I did that. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. Okay, there we go. So then I just center it. I press escape to get eggs out of that tool, and I center it vertically. And that actually looks pretty darn centered vertically, actually. Maybe just a little bit too high. Okay, and then I center the distance here. Okay, needs to be moved over a little bit more, a little bit more. I think that's decent. Something like that. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. Okay, and that's it. Now I'm gonna just finish my sketch. And then all I got to do now is now that I have this, all I have to do now is just press emboss. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get this and just slam it down in here, kind of like project geometry. That's what emboss does basically. So you get to choose whether you want it raised. If you do it like this, well, first you have to choose this, right? And notice that the little arrow is pointing upward, so it's gonna go to the top. Oh shoot. There it goes. There it is. It's going to go to the top one. I don't want that, so I'm going to choose the bottom face. Well, actually, hold on a second. Before I even do that, now that I have it all done, let me go to view realistic. Here we go. Okay. Now let me go back to emboss. So I'm going to emboss this. I don't want it on the top part, I want it on the bottom. And if I choose emboss from face and I just press OK, what happens is it's 3D. But do you see how it gets stretched? Because what it literally does is it grabs it from here and just goes straight down. And so since this part is on a curve, it gets stretched out, and that's no good. So the only one that looks pretty is the one in the middle, and all the other ones are going to get stretched because they go on the curved part of the ring. So that's no good. So what you want to do is when you have it here and you go to emboss, is you're going to click the thing you want to emboss, right? And then you're going to make sure it's facing the right way. Click down. The arrow's pointing down, okay? And then you can click wrap to face. And then it's going to ask you to choose a face. There it is. That's the face I want. And when I click it, I don't know why, it always goes back to up. You always have to make sure that thing's pointing down before you press OK. There it is. I press OK. And now notice that when it wraps perfectly around the ring, and it's perfectly perpendicular to that face. It's not stretched at all. It's perfect. Now, obviously, you don't want that. You don't want to be sticking out. So when you go to emboss, make sure you choose the one that, as you can see, it engraves it. Choose engrave, then choose wrap the face, choose your face, and then, oops, got to go to profile. Make sure always that it's pointing down, like, or just point in the right direction you want it to go in, and then you're done. And then you have your thing. And obviously, you don't have to make it that big. You can make it smaller if you want to fit more text. You can put your whole names in there, a date, a quote, a poem, whatever you want. But that's how you do it. All right, man. Good luck.